I'm returning to Otakara Soko Recycle and Discount Shop Japan to look for some discounted Japanese snacks, desserts, and food. Last week's video was about recycle shops in Japan where I featured Otakara Soko. Many people who saw the video commented about the seasonal discounted items that were unbelievably cheap, some at 80 to 83% off. Since there was so much interest, I decided to return and buy some of the seasonal gift items and taste them so I could tell you if they're worth the price or not. I hope there are some boxes left because there was a whole stack last week, but people were buying up 5, 10 boxes at a time. Hi, I'm Mike Matsuno, the man in Japan. I'm originally from Hawaii and have lived in Japan for over 25 years. On this channel, I feature stories about everyday life and people in Japan. If you're interested in these type of stories, please hit that like button and subscribe. Hey everybody, this is what I brought back from Otakara Soko, and so I'm going to try and open each one up. So some of you had written in the comments that you're wondering, the different taste and is it really worth buying these gifts at that such a special discounted price. Most of these gifts were 80 to 83% off. That's like unbelievable. Now last week I bought this box that was 630 yen, and I've already eaten some of the senbei in there. So these are senbei, Japanese rice crackers with different flavors. And on this one, the Teika was 3,780 yen, so about $37. That's 83% off the price, and it was sold for 630 yen. I'm gonna try this potato one. It's very cute, it's very nice, very light. Actually, this is very sweet. Not like American sweet, but sweet. Japanese sweet. It's good for a light snack. Now a lot of Americans, they have a different sweet taste between the Japanese and the Americans. A very, very different sweet taste. Most American desserts and sweets are too sweet for the Japanese, and a lot of times the Japanese snacks and things are not sweet enough for the Americans. Let's try sarada. Sarada. Japanese always have like a little something to easily open. That's the best thing about anything in Japan. Has a little nick or a little cut, then it makes it easy to open. And these, just like that. So look at this. It looks like a round moon and lightly baked. This is a senbei rice cracker. It's very round. This one is a little thick. Usually senbei come in, they're much thinner. And this is supposed to have the salad taste. It said it's made from Japanese rice. To me, it's a little plain. But I think for a lot of Japanese, they would like this. It doesn't have to be heavily seasoned or spicy or anything. But I think for many like foreigners, Westerners, especially Americans, this probably would not be that exciting, Crunchy, fresh, great sound, but I don't think that too many Americans would like this. So again, I think this is kind of an acquired taste. It's okay, but probably not on my top 10 of senbei. I like this one better because it kind of had a sweet taste. With green tea or tea, this would be good. Okay, last week I bought this one. This was the jelly and I had opened it up. I showed it on the last video from last week, and there were 12 of these jellies, and I put some into the refrigerator. I've been eating them. This was 199 yen, so about $2. And this probably, the taker is somewhere around $15-16. Now jelly is actually quite expensive in Japan, and I'm gonna try it today. From the refrigerator, I took one out here. And so jelly is like a gelatin dessert. It's not like jelly in America when we talk about jelly, like put it on your peanut butter and jelly sandwich or on your toast. This, when they say jelly in Japan, they also have jamu, which is like jelly that they put on toast, but this is like a dessert, and you can see, and it's the cousin of Jello. For those of you who are old like me, you know Jello, Jello. But the taste is different because in Japan it's a little bit more fruity, and I think it's a it's a more of a intense process than just making Jello. So you open it like that. And the actual texture is similar to Jello, but a little bit harder. It's good and refreshing, and that's why it's a summer dish, where you put some in the refrigerator, and in the summer when it gets really, really hot, and you take it out and eat it. It's very cool and refreshing, and it tastes really good. Kind of like in Hawaii we eat shave ice. In Japan, they eat jelly. They have different fruit flavors. They have grape, orange, peach, and again, because the summer season ended, this was selling for 199 yen. So $2 for 12 jellies. And normally these jellies, they're kind of expensive. They can sell for like 200, 250 yen, $2 each. So this is a great deal. So if you like jellies, I would stock up on these. And I think the date was, I think it was January or February 1st. So lots of time to eat them all. And if you put these in the refrigerator, I'm sure you can eat them later. Okay, so for number 3, it's called Hagoromo. This is the famous brand. I think they make tuna, like canned tuna. And they're very well known. And so they have like a gift pack. And this is selling at Otakara Soko for, this is more on the high end, 870 yen. So about $8.50. Different traditional Japanese types of things that you put on your rice. Now in English we might say topping, but that sounds a little strange in Japanese to say this is a topping. But basically you put it on top of your rice, so I guess it is a topping, and you eat your rice in this. A lot of times these flavors are more a little salty. They have kind of a soy sauce shoyu flavor, and so it tastes very good with rice. Oh, this is furikake. Furikake are like light flakes of this katsuo, which is I think bonito flakes on your rice. A lot of times they'll put it on children's lunches and things to make sure that they eat all of their rice. This is more, I haven't tasted any of this, but this is hijiki, and this is kimpira gobo, and this other one is pirikara konyaku. So these are more like canned goods that when you open them, you have to eat them within a certain time, and you put them on your rice usually, and you eat them. So I would try these later. So these are, you can hear the shaking. These are all furikake. And so I like furikake, and children especially, they like furikake because it's a little sweet and makes the rice easier to eat. So this was selling for 2,780 yen. So this was the taker price was about $26. I don't know if it's worth $26, but I guess because there's special gifts of Hagoromo, maybe that's why, but hard to say. But for the price of $8, about 870 yen, it's not a bad deal. And if you like, these are kind of specialty items, and if you like these, then this might be a good deal, but still a little bit on the high end. So this one, I think it's jelly, but it was only 119 yen, like a little over $1. What can you get for $1 these days, right? Like the 100 yen shop, the 100 yen shop, or the Don Quixote. So, they compete, I guess, between Don Quixote and even 100 yen shops. And Otakara Soko, their prices, not only for this, I'm talking about, like the snacks and the Japanese snacks, it's actually little bit cheaper than Don Quixote or even many of the 100 yen shop items. So this says dessert gift set. Oh, jelly. But this specialty seems to be melon. So, melon is a very popular flavor. Oh, Hokkaido melon. The Yubari melon. The Hokkaido melon is famous in Japan. Those are some of the ones that you see selling for like $500 a melon or something, like a very premium prestige gifts. But the Hokkaido melon are made into jelly again. That's why this is kind of premium. But it's selling for $1. And the taker price on this was $15. So 15 times more expensive what they sell it at the store. It's only $1, 119 yen. And it's good until February 1st. So this would be a great deal. Highly recommended, 119 yen. And I'm going to try one. It's not refrigerated, but I'm going to try one because I wanted to taste the Hokkaido melon. I love Hokkaido. Oh. I think you have to refrigerate it so it solidifies. I didn't refrigerate it, so it kind of spilled a little bit. But still, it's in gelatinous form. Gelatin form, maybe. I do detect a melon taste, but it's not very strong. It's very light. And I think Japanese like it that way. I would say the mango was much stronger. This is more light and I taste the melon, but not like wow melon, right? Okay, this is the big player here. This one was 720 yen, and it's senbei and different snacks is what it was said. Good until January 1st, and the taker was 4,300 yen, so about $40 for this. So we'll see. In Japan, there's a rule and way to do everything, and I seem to break up the rules even after 25 years in Japan. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Wow. This, at least the presentation looks very impressive, right? They have like zarame. I don't know what flavor that is. Zarame. So that's the senbei. Shrimp chips. Japanese shrimp chips and the Hawaii shrimp chips are very different. These are really light and not as oily. These are the, not chips, but these are the long form. Karin to. I've seen this before. These are like long Japanese, kind of like a senbei but sweet. And I think this is also an acquired taste. You can try them when you come to Japan, or if you live in Japan, maybe you like them. Furutsu. Okay, fruit jelly. So again, this is a summer seasonal gift. And they have different flavors. Oh, this is nashi, strawberry, pear, strawberry. The taker price on this was $43, $42. That's a lot, but I guess it's a premium set. And you can buy it for $7. So let's try these chips just to get a taste. Oh, so they're like little baby senbei. Look, they're very cute. They're so cute. They're like small bite size. Yeah, I like shrimp chips. I give this high marks. I'm not going to eat the jelly, so I don't know. But for me, I'm not a jelly specialist, so I think all the jelly, to me, tastes quite similar, but I'm sure there are different degrees. So this would be a senbei, I guess. I'm guessing. Oh, it looks like a archaeological artifact. This is the senbei. It's square and it has like little like, it makes it look like really old, like from long ago. I think for non-Japanese, again, a little bit plain, although sweet, and a little thick, and maybe not as attractive to foreigners. I wouldn't give it too high marks, but maybe Japanese like this with tea. Maybe older obachangs, they really like this. Let's try another one, just because we want to make sure if it's thick. Shoyu. Okay, let's try the shoyu one. Again, it says wa delicious, Japanese delicious. Oh, it's the same. It's kind of like that same size, that thickness, and the design here is different. So let's try. But I'm sure it's going to be similar to this one, kind of thick, and for I think most non-Japanese, not that exciting. Very crispy. If you like rice crackers, this will give you 100% full rice cracker or senbei, because it's so thick and there's so much, it just kind of absorbs all your your saliva and everything in your mouth. It's so thick and it's a little dry. That's why you eat this with tea. Okay, so the final thing I wanted to taste was what came in this box, right? And I think I said this was 870 yen, good until January 1st, and it had the furikake. Again, the Japanese don't use the word toppings for this, but if you look at it practically, it's toppings. So I'm gonna try, let's see, I like hijiki, so let's try hijiki. So it's just like a can of tuna. You open it the same way, it's just a can. Get a can like this, hijiki, and then you can just pop it open. So it's like canned, so it's like hijiki, and then you put this on your rice. And I got here with me the koshi hikari rice, of course, and I just cooked it, just popped a little while ago, and I'm gonna put on some of this hijiki, put it on top. I guess you could call it toppings, but topping sounds funny, like a dessert, like an ice cream topping. And then you eat it with the rice. Now sometimes it's hard to pick up the rice and the top beans, or I'm not doing a good job like that. Now, of course, fresh is always better if you buy at the supermarket, but outside of fresh, this is the next best. Gimpira, okay? Pop it. Oh, sorry. I hope it didn't get on the camera lens. Something just flew out. There it is. Or you could eat it like with beer, as a pupu or tsumami. It's still quite firm and crunchy, which is good. Not as strong taste as fresh. I would say for the kimpira, there is a big difference between fresh and canned. But with the hijiki, it's not so different. Both of these are okay. Not the same as fresh, of course, but it's a good substitute when you don't have the fresh. Again, this is from Hagoromo. Do the dance, do the furikake dance. Yeah. So like this one gives you 6. Katsuo from Hagoromo. So I'm sorry, my rice is all messed up now because I have so many things on it. Now a lot of people to make chazuke, it's like they put that onto the rice and then they pour hot tea, green tea on it, and they eat it together, and it's very soothing for the stomach. That's called chazuke. It has a lot more salt and nori taste. I can't tell if this is premium furikake. It tastes like regular furikake to me. I can tell it is fresh though. You know, it's very crispy and not like the kind in the bottle you buy at the store. You know, of course, this probably would not be worth like $27 or $26 to anyone. However, for maybe $8.50, $8, unless you like the the traditional kimpira and hijiki and this kind of furikake, then probably this is not for you. I just wanted to show you what was in these different boxes and things that you can buy at Otakara Shoko. 8 different things that I bought here. All of this just to show you what what it tastes like and what's in the box. So a little over $30 for everything I bought here. Now the taker price would be times what, 8 or whatever. These things are basically 80% off. If you're a jelly person, this is a no-brainer. You could go to Otakara Soko and buy all the jelly that they have if you want, And every year I heard that the jelly does come in at this time. So even if it's not this year, it's next year. The senbei, you have to be a senbei lover. So unless you're giving it to someone or you love senbei, or you're giving it to a Japanese person that loves senbei, maybe not. But again, for the prices that you pay, $1, $6, $7, $3. It is, for that price, it's very worthwhile, I think. That's my overall summary of today. Again, I enjoy this kind of not knowing exactly what I'm buying, but because the price is so cheap, it's always fun to experiment and to adventure out and to see. Normally, I wouldn't, be eating hagoromo furikake or even senbei. I eat the other kind of senbei, different kinds of senbei, but I wouldn't be able to try. But now I have such a big stock that I will be eating all of these foods and trying them. I'll probably acquire a taste for a lot of the things, and maybe next year I'll buy, more. It's fun to try and different kinds of food, and since these are more traditional Japanese jelly, senbei, furikake, that even if you're a foreigner, it's kind of fun to see if you like them or not. And it's not that much that even if you buy it and you don't really like it, it's not that big a loss. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the content and the things that I do, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment if you like this kind of idea of trying different foods, or if there's anything else that you'd like me to make a video on. If I can, I'd like to try and make videos that you want to see. Anyway, Mike signing off from Japan. Arigato.